What is up, Packer fans? Here we are, the Week 10 Madden simulation. The Dallas Cowboys are coming to visit the Green Bay Packers. Dallas is 6-2. The Packers are now fallen to 3-6 after a 5-game losing streak. There he is, that bad man, Aaron Rodgers, who's literally just bad at this point. I mean, it's got to be basically win out for the Packers. They're talking like, well, the playoffs start this weekend, and what are the chances after losing 5 straight they're going to win the next 8 and then go to the playoffs and win out? I mean, it's just completely unlikely, unfathomable, really, and all we can hope for is they go 1-0 at least a few of these weeks. Keep us relevant, keep us in the hunt. Packers pretty much had to beat the Lions. 4-5 looks a lot better than 3-6. 4-5, you're still in the mix, you're still in the hunt, you still have hope, you still have a chance. 3-6, it's all but done. Back in the back in the 16-game seasons, a 10-6 basically got you in the playoffs. So, I mean, technically they can still finish 11-6. So they have to win out, but, you know, 10-7, does that get you in? Can they lose one of the next 8 and win the other 7? We will see. It all starts this weekend with Mike McCarthy coming back home to Lambeau for the first time. He actually started tearing up when they asked him what he missed about Wisconsin and the Packers. He said, well, my daughters were born there. It was, you know, a really great time in my life, winning the Super Bowl, having his daughters be born. So that's huge. But Packers, it all starts now, and now they pretty much lost their best defensive player, Rashawn Gary, on the front end at least. The back end, I'd say Ja's best. But then Eric Stokes likely out for the season. Romeo Doubs out for 4 to 6 weeks. I'm thinking 3 to 4 weeks because young guys, they heal faster. They usually push that to like kind of the max, not so much the guarantee. So we're going to see number 55, J.J. Enigmore, a lot more. I want to see Devontae Wyatt a lot more. Douglas will be moving to outside. Keyshawn Nixon will be moving to nickel. Defense is going to look different. Hopefully we get Devondre Campbell back this weekend. He should be back. He just didn't practice last week, but I think he'll be back this week, and we will see here. So Dallas has the ball first. Quick to Tony Pollard. They don't. Oh, nice tackle by Campbell. They don't have Ezekiel Elliott. He's still hampered by a knee injury. Did not practice today. I do not think he will play this Sunday. He said even if he does play, he'll need a knee brace pretty much moving forward, and that's going to hinder him a lot. I don't think he plays this weekend though. So, but otherwise the Cowboys are pretty healthy. Oh, there's Pollard, and we all know what he can do. He had 3 touchdowns 2 weeks ago in his first start with Zeke going out. But, you know, they have CeeDee Lamb, Michael Gallup, obviously Dalton Schultz and Jake Ferguson, who I like, the Badger, obviously. So Mike McCarthy's first visit back to Lambeau Field. And obviously the Packers-Cowboys have had some notorious matchups. The Ice Bowl, Vince Lombardi, Bart Starr, Paul Hornung, the quarterback sneak at the end, you know, Vince Lombardi, and then going on to win the first Super Bowl. And then the Des caught it game. Look at this. All the time in the world. Their offensive line is so good. And he gets open to CeeDee Lamb. Jeez. Got Darnell Savage on him. But, yeah, the Des caught it game. That was the 2014 divisional round playoff game. Tony Romo. But, jeez, yeah, big time run, big time pass. You have 2 guys playing nothing underneath, and then trying to have Darnell Savage cover for a long time. That's just a problem. He tried a shoulder check Amon-Ra St. Brown to tackle him, and St. Brown just bounced off. It's like, okay, you're not in high school anymore, dude. You got to wrap up and tackle. Maybe in college you could just hit people with your shoulder and they go down, but this is the NFL. These guys are used to getting into like a bunch of car accidents each game. They're not worried about you giving them a little shoulder. So his tackling issues, his covering issues, all those things have been a big problem for this Packers defense. All right, Dak from the 15, quick over to Schultz. First down to the 10. First down and 10. They can still technically, it looks like, get a first down without getting a touchdown, but it'll be at like the 1 inch line. We'll see where they put the line, but yeah, the Packers, tough loss to the Lions. 3 interceptions by Aaron Rodgers, 2 of them in the red zone, 1 from the 22-yard line, all within scoring position. You know, if you got field goals on each of those, that's 9 points added to your 9 that you did put on the board, and that's 18 to 15. You at least win the game. Although ugly, you win. And that's the thing. They need to realize, LaFleur needs to realize what the rules of the game are, and I'll get to that in a second. Don't forget to like, sack Quay Walker. Nice. Don't forget to like the video for the Quay Walker sack. There we go, and subscribe to the channel if you have not. There we go, that's huge. 3rd and 14. Quay on the blitz. He doesn't have a sack this year for real, but he's starting to kind of figure it out. I think having a game like against the Lions where he called the plays and everything, he made one really big play on the 3rd and 1 stop that stopped Jamal Williams, that forced the 4th and 3 that the Lions went for and didn't get, giving the Packers hope. Down 6 to be able to drive it down with 2 minutes left in the game and all 3 timeouts. And then on 4th and 2, Samori Toure with the big catch. Power. Nice. Forced the field goal on the opening drive. Nice job, Packers defense. So I'll get to what I was saying. So the rules of the game. This is basic rules 101, basic football 101. Something that LaFleur has to start understanding. When you're on the road or in the division, either one, on the road against any opponent or in the division, whether you're at home or away, no matter what, you always take the points. You just take the points. If you're tied 0-0 at the beginning of the game, you already threw an interception, and it's 4th and 1, don't throw it to David Bakhtiari. Even though he was open, I get it, I get all that, but just take the points. What's the chances he would have caught it if the pass wasn't perfect, or if he would have taken a hit? You know, it just was a bad play. I mean, just a bad play. But anyways, take the points. Whether you're on the road or in the division, no matter what, you take the points. You never, especially because the game was tied. Just take the points. I mean, I get it. You had an 88-yard drive. You want to score a touchdown. I get it. But just take the points. And then, you know, then the game's totally different if it's 3-0 at that point. And then you never go for 2 unless you absolutely have to. Listen, you never go for 2 unless you have to, because then you made it 6-8 because you missed it, and then when they score a touchdown, now it's 15-6, and now it's a 2-score game. And if you would have had 7 there, now you're down 8, and it's only a 1-score game. And then if you score later on in the game, then you can go for the 2. And then you can, you know, then you tie it. But just, you always take the points. You never know how the game is going to go. Because if they would have kicked the field goal on 4th and 1, and then the game would have went the way it went, and you would have kicked the extra point, then it would have been, what, 13-15 on that final drive instead of 15-9. And then you're just trying to get in field goal range, which they did. They were at the 17-yard line. That's a 34-yard game-winning field goal for Crosby, which I'd almost guarantee he'd make. So, just the rules of the game. LaFleur is just coaching so emotional. Oh, I had an 88-yard drive. We need to score a touchdown. Ooh, nice play to Lazard. Nice throw from Rodgers. 25 yards. First down. But yes, so you never go for 2 unless you have to, and you always take the points on the road or in the division. They just know each other too well in the division, so you always need to get the points. And then on the road, you have to deal with the crowd and the noise and everything. So that's why if you're at home, then you can go for it, especially on 4th and 1. You can run it up the middle. If you don't get it, You know, at least you try to get the score, and now the defense, you know, gets loud. They're backed up in their own territory, and it's a lot of those things. But when you're on the road, it's just, oh, geez. It's just really tough. So, football 101, and LaFleur needs to understand those concepts. And, you know, if he would have just listened to those basic concepts, we would have won. Even with the 2 other picks in the red zone and the 22-yard line, getting the field goal on that 4th and 1 would have made it 3-0 at that time. And then maybe the Lions don't go for 2. Oh, missed, incomplete. Lazard wasn't even looking for it. But if it's 3-0 and then they come down and score the touchdown, you know, Jair can't almost block the kick because he missed the kick on his own. So all you had to do is nothing and he would have missed. But you hit the kicker and now they go for 2. If you had 3 there, they might not go for 2. They might just kick the extra point because if they miss the 2, now it's only a 6-3 game and a field goal ties it. So I think they still would have just kicked the extra point. It would have been 7-3. And it just changes everything. So, all right, here we go. 3rd and 4. I'll quit talking for a second. Aaron Rodgers, shotgun. He's scrambling. He's rolling out. He's running. He's going to get the first down. Oh, he fights for it. Uses his legs a lot against the Lions. He was the leading rusher against the Lions for the Packers. 40 yards on the ground, which for him is good. But you want Aaron Jones to be up around 100. You want A.J. Dillon to be up around 60. And then you can have Aaron Rodgers add the 40 yards on the ground, scrambling and everything. But you got a 3rd and 10 with his feet and a 3rd and 17 with his feet. He pump faked like 6 yards down the field, like vintage Brett Favre, and he fooled the defense and was able to make a cut and get there. You know, he was trying, but his throw is, you can't throw. The one that hit the helmet, you can't throw that pick. You have to just not throw it at a guy's helmet. The one to Bakhtiari should never been the play call ever. Here we go, 1st and 10, hand off to Jones. You should never run that play, especially with an injured 6'4", 300-pound lineman that really has a bad knee and just, you're going to try to, you know, I get it, but that's more of a play you try to run on like 2nd down where you fake the handoff where everybody's going to bite down on the running play and then he sneaks out. That's more of that play, not on 4th down when you have to have it, when you could just kick the field goal. It's just an odd time for that play. Another inside zone. Oof. Leighton Vander Esch, nowhere to go. So I just don't get it. And then the last 3rd interception, right after Jair picks it, gets it down to the 22-yard line. Almost guaranteed points in that situation. And Rodgers tries to force it on the seam route to Tanya when he sees the safety over the top. And yeah, the kid made a nice play. But don't throw that ball if you know if you see the guy over the top of it, you know. There was stuff open underneath, and Rodgers just not playing vintage Rodgers. Is that in for Watkins? 1st down. Nice catch, Watkins. Got his feet down. That'll be his only catch of the game because he's only got 1 catch like in the last few games in a row. So seems like that first drive he catches 1, and then he's done for the game. He dropped a 3rd down, easy 1st down on a slant. The ball was a little low, but he caught it. He had his hands on it. He could have caught it. Packers had to kick the field goal then, which made it 9-16, and that's why, you know, if you would have kicked the field goal earlier and then got the extra point, now you're looking at 13-15 instead of 9-15, and that changes everything. So maybe the Lions would have went for it on 4th and 3 at the end of the game there, though, and they would have punted it and made it a longer field. But the Packers had all their timeouts and 2 minutes to go, and I've seen Rodgers work with less. So I don't know. I just think that LaFleur coaches too emotional, and I think that, you know, Rodgers is maybe trying too much. You know, he wanted that money ball, so let's see. From the 17, here we go. From the 17, like I was just talking about, Packers 1st and 10 at the 17 with, I think they had 2 timeouts after that play. Samori Toure with an amazing catch, like I said. But 1st down, he forced it to the back of the end zone to Lazard when he had Dillon wide open underneath and Watkins wide open on a slant. Then 2nd down, he threw it out of bounds, trying to hit Lazardo on the sidelines. There you go, Aaron Jones. Oh, you got to go right in the middle. That was an inside zone. 3rd and 14 now. It'll be the end of the first quarter. But then that second down play, like I said, overthrown along the sidelines. 3rd down, he tried to hit it to Aaron Rodgers on the cross, like on the slant, right at the end zone line, right at the goal line, and it was behind Amari, who's not a great receiver anyway, and then the throw wasn't good either. So just not a good play there. And now you're 4th down, and you try to get it to Sammy Watkins, which I think he had space to roll out, and he just kind of rushed the throw. Come on, Rodgers, 1st down, get a 1st down. Nice. Oh, right down to the 4th and 1. Oh, what do they do here? But see, here you just take the points, tie it up. But we'll see what they do. And then that 4th down, like I said, yep, there you go. And that 4th down, it looked like he could have rolled out. You know, they had kind of a QB spy kind of, so maybe he wasn't going to get a lot of scramble yards, but he at least could have rolled out, bought us off some time, maybe let a guy break free. He tries to force it into Sammy Watkins, who's running a post when he should have been running a corner, and he was double covered. He had a guy right on him, and then the safety over the top, so it likely wasn't going to be completed anyway. I don't know. Lazard was, you know, kind of held on the play. Tanyan didn't seem like he was in on the play. Toure wasn't much. You couldn't really see where the routes took him. And then A.J. Dillon was out, you know, way wide as a receiver on that too, which I just don't, you know, he was basically nothing. He just, you know, got covered up. He's not a crisp route runner. He might have good hands, but he's not going to get away from anybody, so. All right, here we go. 2nd quarter. Let's dive into this. Enough about the Packers and the Lions. It's a whole new week, but now we don't have Rashawn Gary out for season with an ACL. We don't have Eric Stokes likely out for the rest of the season with a knee and ankle issue. That AstroTurf really bit this Packers team hard. Aaron Jones went out. Romeo Doubs is out 4 to 6 weeks with that high ankle sprain. I'm thinking more like 3 to 4 weeks, so he could have come back for the Bears game, but it'll probably be the week after the bye, which is the Rams game. Come on. Oh, Kenny Clark. That's a name we haven't said much of lately. Last 5 weeks, we haven't said Clark's name for anything, Jaron Reed's name for anything, Dean Lowry's name for anything. And I know they're out on the field, but you just don't hear their names. No Amos. It's basically just Jair doing stuff when it does happen, or, you know, Douglas did get his first pick on Josh Allen, but just all the injuries. Luckily, Christian Watson avoided a concussion. He should be good to go. Aaron Jones should be good to go. Oof. And then Randall Cobb might be back. I think he's eligible to come back Saturday, which would mean he doesn't get to practice at all. But he's a guy that's got a rapport with Rodgers. He's a veteran. He doesn't need to practice, I don't think. So I think he will be out there. I have him as like the 6th receiver on this simulation, just as a guy that is available if they need him. But I don't know if he'll. Oh, another one for Kenny Clark. I don't know how much he'll be out there, but he might be out there a lot, you know, without Doubs. But Lazard should be good. Watkins should be good. Christian Watson should be good. Amari Rodgers is good. And Samori Toure should be good. So the Packers, you know, going to miss Romeo Doubs, though. It's a bummer. He was on pace to break Sterling Sharp's 1988 rookie receiving record. He has 31 catches in the first 9 games. 55 would have been the record. So if he played all next 8, he would need to average 3 a game to tie it. And then if he only plays the last 4, he has to average 6 a game to tie it, and that's a lot less likely. Come on, get up there. Oh, Dak just ran you over, Amos. 1 rush, 8 yards, 3rd and 2 here. Go, Pack, go. Go, Pack, go. Come on, guys. You know, we're going to see more J.J. Enagbar, who has 2 sacks, had a third against Goff, but he hit his helmet as Goff fell. Third down conversions. Third down conversions and penalties that keep drives alive for the Packers have killed them this season. It's just like all the things that the Packers have been able to do in the past, to win those one-possession games or one-score games and get off the field on third down and things like that and score a lot of points on offense. They just haven't been able to do all season. And now it's basically do or die, you know. And this might be Rodgers' last year. It might be, especially if they don't make the playoffs or if they're not even relevant. Oh, nice bat. That's Kenny Clark again. He's taking over this game. You know, if they don't make the playoffs and if by week, you know, 10 or 12, you know, I think it'd be 12. If by week 12 they lose the next 2 games, the one's the Dallas and then the Titans the following Thursday. They got 2 games in 4 days, the Cowboys and Titans. And then they have 10 days until the Eagles, so all teams with winning records. Oh, another first down. Jeez, come on, guys. This stupid zone. Ugh. We'll get to that in a second. But, yeah, so 3 games in a row against teams with winning records. 2 of them in 4 days and then a 10-day break. The mini-bye. But the mini-bye might come when the season's over already. You know, if they do lose the next 2 games, that's it. The season's done. So really it's 1-0 each week, and it's basically the playoffs start Sunday for the Packers.
It's 3rd and inches. Trying to run forward, Pollard.
He's still up. Jeez.
What a great effort there. He's going to get this inside the 15 and spot it at the 13.
Yeah, so with Joe Barry's zone concept, I always bring this up. Jalen Ramsey and the Rams, when Barry was there, he had Ramsey out of position all the time, and Ramsey was complaining, and then they fire him, and then they win the Super Bowl. Packers now, they paid Jair $20 million, kind of like a Ramsey cornerback, and they have him covering Kennedy last week. I think it was Tim Kennedy last week or whatever. I mean, what is the point? Why isn't he on Amon-Ra? You got him on like a guy that's not a threat at all. You're paying $20 million for a guy that's not a threat. You pay Douglas $7 million a year. You drafted Stokes in the first round. Granted, he's out now, but you invest all this money and all these resources into cornerbacks, and then you have them play 10 yards off in a zone. You have the talent to man up. When you have the guys to man up, you man them up and let them go play ball. The reason you play zone, almost picked by Quay. When you play zone, it's because your guys aren't as good. You want to keep stuff in front of you, and then you want to come up and make the tackle. Well, they keep stuff in front of them, they don't come up and make the tackle, and then a lot of times the communication is bad, so then they're just out of position, and it's just, all of it's just bad. It's just all bad. I don't understand any of it. Why pay Jair $20 million? Touchdown. Oh, Quay stopped him at the 1. Why pay him $20 million? Another third down conversion. Why pay him $20 million if you're gonna just have him cover the wide receiver 4 and, you know, play 10 yards off? It just makes no sense. Don't even keep him then. And why pay Rodgers $50 million if you're gonna cut Devontae and have him throwing to Sammy Watkins and Randall Cobb? Like, it doesn't make any sense. You guys went and drafted linemen, Josh Myers and Elkin Jenkins, instead of receivers like Deebo Samuel and DK Metcalf, and then you draft A.J. Dillon, but now you want to pass the ball to guys like Amari Rodgers. It just makes no sense. Right up the middle, touchdown Pollard. Just makes no sense. It's like you get the guys that do a certain scheme and concept, and then you do something completely different. And it just makes no sense to me. It just doesn't make any sense. And yeah, those defensive opportunities where they get their hands on the ball, almost get a pick, they really need to start completing those. You know, Savage no picks, Amos no picks, Stokes had no picks. Walker, no picks. Campbell has 1, the pick 6 against the Commanders, but, you know, it's just not enough happening on defense. Something with the concept isn't working yet. We're not getting the turnovers that we used to. And it's like, if it's broke, fix it. And Barry's got no desire to fix anything. But I don't understand why you want to pay Douglas. I mean, you could have any cornerback play 10 yards off and try to come up and tackle. You know, you don't need to pay a guy $20 million to do that. It just, I don't get it. All right, here we go. 2-minute warning coming up here. Packers down 7. Dallas just drove that. Completed like 4 third downs on that drive. That's the biggest thing for the Packers. Giving up third down conversions and then giving free first downs. It was 2nd and 20 for the Lions, and Chris Barnes, granted, you know, he didn't try to target. He didn't try to lead with his helmet. He was trying to make the tackle. The receiver fell or was coming down, or I think it was Swift was coming down, and they hit heads, and it was unnecessary roughness or whatever. And that's just a bad break. And then, you know, J.J. Nagler gets the sack, like I said, and his hand scrapes across Goff's helmet for roughing the passer, and it's just like, what are you supposed to do? You know, just a bummer. Packers got a lot to clean up if they want to even have a chance against this Dallas Cowboys team. I mean, Micah Parsons, DeMarcus Lawrence, they're going to be coming after Rodgers for sure. And then they have Trayvon Diggs, Anthony Brown on the outside. It's going to be tough to do anything against this Cowboys defense. And then the Cowboys offensive line is so good, you know, with Badish in the middle, the Wisconsin Badger center, Zach Martin. They have a bunch of good offensive linemen. They got Anthony Barr, the old Viking linebacker. I think isn't he the one that broke Rodgers' collarbone for the Vikings? I think he was. All right, here we go, Rodgers. 2-minute warning. 2nd and 7. Out of trips left. Rodgers always scrambling. He's always got a vacancy in the middle, using his legs. Oof. Nice. Come on, guys. Hurry up, hurry up. You got your timeouts. Time's a ticking. Time's a ticking. Let's go. Hurry up. No huddle. Here we go.
Rodgers now on first down.
Oh.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Leighton Vander Esch. And the Cowboys are going to
wow. And Tanya was double covered on that. And you can't see like anything when he should know better than to make a throw like this. He thought Tanya was going to cut in front of him.
This was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
Jeez.
Offense back out there, and we shine the spotlight on the Memphis man, Tony Pollard.
Wow.
He's over 40 yards here in the second quarter. Been nice and effective.
Wow. Yep. I bet. I mean, with this Dallas defense, the way they get after it, especially after the quarterback, you know, and they're strong on the back end, and they have linebackers that fly around, it's probably gonna be really similar to this game right here. So, all right, Dallas is gonna try to put the pressure on. Oof. See, if you guys were manned up a little bit, you could have been right there. But instead, you're playing soft. And he just, right underneath. And then, you know, Packers haven't been able to tackle. Campbell has missed the most tackles he has all season. Savage can't tackle, clearly. Amos has missed some tackles, but he does make some plays, and then he misses some plays. Stokes couldn't tackle. You know, Jair seems like he's the only one that's... Oh, there we go! Campbell! Another one! Oh, right back. See, this defense, this pass defense of the Packers is the only thing that's kept them in games. They only let the Detroit Lions, who averaged 35 points a game at home this season in 4 games, they held them to 15 points. If your defense holds an NFL team to 15 points, you have to win that game. You can't lose by 6 and only score 9. Not with a 4-time MVP, back-to-back MVP. It's crazy. A $50 million quarterback. You know, if we would have traded him for a bunch of draft picks. Let Love start the season. Could have spent that $50 million, kept Devontae. Even if Devontae wanted to go, he could have went and got a bunch of other guys. And I don't think it would have been much. Oh, right back to him. Just like he did last week and the week before. Packers pick it off and he throws it right back to him. Like, what the heck, Rodgers? Wow. And I know he's throwing up to a 6'5" Lazard, but he overthrew him. Wow. Back-to-back throws for Rodgers that are picked. That's crazy. And he does that. He did that against the Bills, and he did that against the Lions now. And now he's done it against the Cowboys, where the defense forces a pick, forces a turnover on downs, forces all that stuff, and then Rodgers goes out and blows it. And I was watching when Jair picked that off. I was like, just return it for a touchdown, return it. And then when he didn't, I'm like, okay, Rodgers, just don't mess this up. Whatever you do, don't mess this up. First down was a run, no gain. Second down, picked. And just like now, I was like, all right, let's go. You know, you're on your side of the field. You got time, all your timeouts. You don't have to force anything, and then you force it, and now it's Cowboys ball. But luckily, this probably won't lead to points now. You know, we flip field position. But still, Rodgers, 2 picks? 2 picks? You had 9 in the last 2 seasons. In your 2 MVP seasons, you had 9 total. 4 last year and 5 the year before. You had 3 in weeks 9 against the Lions. You have 7 this year already in 9 games. And then you're going to throw 2 against the Cowboys, just like this simulation. And that'll put you at 9 in the season in 10 games after 9 in 2 years. You know, like I was saying, you know, if you know, Jordan, oh, that's picked by Jair. That's picked by Jair. Oh my gosh, welcome to Jair Island. Jeez, this is nuts. But literally, you know, if you didn't have Rodgers, you got the draft picks. Who knows what kind of picks you would have got this year and for next year. Then you don't have to pay Love as much. He's still in his rookie deal. Could have went out and got a few guys, you know, bolstered that right side of the offensive line. Maybe got another pass rusher, and then maybe, you know, another safety or something, and then definitely a wide receiver or 2. You know, let Devontae walk, but you could have paid MVS and kept him. That's a guy that can stretch the field and has been making plays for Mahomes. But you just surround Love with a lot of talent and see what he can do. It couldn't be much worse than this year's been. Oh, right into the sack. That's Micah Parsons. Bakhtiari had a good block, and Rodgers ran right into him. Jeez. Packers do something good, and then Rodgers does something bad. It's pretty much been the season. Crazy. Oh my gosh, that's crazy.
Gotta assume this defense will be charging again here. It's second.
Micah's coming. 1-on-1 against Bach. Bach's got him. Throws it out of bounds. Rodgers 5 for 10, 65 yards, and 2 picks. He had like a 53 quarterback rating out of 158.3 against the Lions. Just horrible. Just horrible. He did have like the most pass yards he had all season, though. I think like 294. Almost hit 300, but 1 touchdown, 3 interceptions, 2 of them in the red zone, 1 from the 22-yard line. And look at that. They run it there. Why would you run it there? You have nothing to lose by throwing it. Oh, they thought they had the numbers in the box, so they thought they could bust the big one? Is that? That's what I keep hearing LaFleur say. We got to put our guys in position to win. We got to put our guys in position to win. Well, you got to know what the rules of the game are. You don't go for 2 unless you have to. You always take the points on the road and in the division. Like, it's simple. And if you just would have done those things, you would have won the game.
So we have reached
Simple.
halftime here with the visiting Cowboys out on top.
I mean, the Packers dominated. I mean, the Lions scored 2 touchdowns. I get it, but like for the most part, the defense dominated the Lions, got after it, really made it tough, and the Packers just blew it on their own. Yep, touchdown. There's the. There's Rodgers. Oh, Lazard, that was a good one. And that's it. Right back to it. Here we go. So Packers get the ball though, I think, right? So that's a good defense held. They got 2 interceptions. When the Cowboys could have really blown this game wide open. So just like the rest of the season, we've been pretty much in every single game this year. Even the Bills, we kept it close, and we could have got even closer if we didn't blow it. I think we went for it on the 4th and we didn't get it, and then Rodgers threw that pick after the pick. So that just blew it. Against the Jets, they kind of blew the doors open at the end in the second half, but we were in it in the first half. Commanders, we had a lead. Giants, we had a lead. Lions, we could have, like I said, if we just would have done the basic football 101 rules, it would have been at least a 34-yard field goal to win the game for Crosby at the end instead of 4 incompletions. Alright, I keep saying I'm going to stop talking about the Lions game, but I keep not stopping. But here we go. Second half. Let's see what kind of adjustments LaFleur made here. How about we run the ball, eh? That's what I don't get, You drafted Jenkins, drafted Myers, have Bakhtiari, you drafted A.J. Dillon, you paid Aaron Jones $12 million, and then you come out 5 wide with Amari Rodgers and Sammy Watkins, and I like Samari Toure, I like Romeo Doubs, I like Christian Watson, but the last couple of years, you didn't build yourself for this. You built yourself to run the football, play dominant defense. You got 7 first-round draft picks on the defense. So you built yourself to man up on defense, really get after it, and then run the football and have a good quarterback, game manager. Well, you pay a $50 million man to be a game manager. It's kind of excessive, but that's what you built your team to be like. That's the formula they put into place. That's what Goody put into place. And now they keep wanting to swing it all over the yard with guys that don't know what route they're running with Sammy Watkins, guys that fumble and can't catch, and Amari Rodgers, even though he's actually made 2 nice catches this season. But still, 2 catches out of that's not what you really need to be doing. You need to be scheming some runs to get some space for Aaron Jones, who's your best player on the field. Scheme him open in the pass game, scheme him open in the running game. Go look at Kyle Shanahan's running in the misdirection, and then use Aaron Jones like they use McCaffrey. I just don't get it. He's the best player you have on the field, and you keep wanting to throw it to Sammy Watkins, who runs a slant route instead of a fade route. Yep, see? Oh, that's Lazard. Nice throw. Rodgers 18 of 13 for 92 yards and 2 picks. Lazard 5 catches for 70 yards. Basically has all of the yards for this Packers offense.
Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving. 2 first downs have them up
Here we
near
go.
midfield now on
Rodgers in shotgun again, and that's what I don't get, the shotgun stuff. Oh, there you go, Aaron. Because, I mean, that means the running backs don't get that head of steam, and it just makes things harder, and especially at the goal line. Why are you running a shotgun? Now instead of being at, right up, now you're giving him the ball at the 5 instead of giving the ball to him at the 3, and now he's got to gain those extra 2 yards just to get to where he would have been getting the ball if you were in the I formation or something. Run a power I with the fullback, with A.J. Dillon as the fullback, and just turn and give it to him and let him just pound through. He starts at the 5, and the linebacker and him can meet at the 2, and then he's stuffed. I just don't get it. Oh, that was so close to being picked again. Nice catch, Watkins. Nice. Packers down to the 15. And when Rodgers is on, he's still elite. It's just it's not been as... Oh, look at Tanya wide open in the end zone. And he throws it into triple coverage to Watkins. But he catches it, but Tanya was wide open in the end zone. I mean, like I said, like I was saying, Rodgers is still elite, but it's just those numbers have not been there. His eliteness has not shown up as much as it used to, and it's just, you can't throw 3 picks in a game. All right. Oh, fake. Oh, it's an RPO to Rodgers. Jeez. Second and 5. Just give it to Jones. Don't keep it on that, Rodgers. You're gonna fumble it. But nice looking drive here in the first drive of the second half. Yeah, this Cowboys defense. Micah Parsons, 11 from heaven. He's a beast. He's gonna be getting after it. But the offensive line didn't play bad. They gave up 1 sack. Opened some lanes for Aaron Rodgers to run. Not so many for the running backs to run. Montel there. Touchdown. Did he get there? Yes, he did. He reached in. Nice. Wait. Oh, he's doing the camera. There we go. Nice. That's huge. That really helps a lot. Yeah, the offensive line, I just got done saying they didn't open up any holes. Against the #1 rushing defense in the Buffalo Bills, we ran 208 yards. And then against the Lions, who were like the last place against the run, Rodgers had 40 yards, I think. Dillon had like 25 yards, and so did Aaron Jones, you know. So under 100 yards rushing for the Packers. Just abysmal. Just horrible. I do not get it. Aaron Jones only had 9 touches after the week before had like 20, more than 20 touches total, like 19 carries. And then you go down to 8 against a team that can't stop anybody. I just don't understand it. It's like LaFleur tries to just get too cute and just outthink himself and all this stuff. It just doesn't make sense to me. All right, defense, let's go again. See what they can do.
The Cowboys offense now, they head out for
Dak Prescott coming out
of the second half. After that last touchdown we just saw, Charles, we got ourselves a brand new ball game, all tied here in the third as they have their first possession of this second half.
And Brandon, this drive is all about one word to me, and that's the word answer. Because they're trying to answer the momentum the other offense picked up in time in the game. Because not only
midway through the third,
and they feel better about themselves.
Total yards 168 for the Packers, 140 for the Dallas Cowboys. Dak to throw. Ooh. Got his guy. Oh, he ran backwards. Tony Pollard still got some yards.
Only able to gain a couple there, and it'll be second down.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing.
Come on,
but
guys.
in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
Packers showing blitz. They got Preston Smith covering. Oh, no, he comes in. Playing zone now. Oh, there's Preston. He's chasing after him. Dive, Preston, dive. Oh, he tries to throw it. Oh, my goodness. What a throw and catch there. He wasn't past the line of scrimmage. I thought he was. Wow. That's what he can do with his legs.
Fantastic job keeping that play alive. He had a chance to tuck it. I thought he might.
They work on those situations.
I thought he was past the line of scrimmage there, but you have to. Your whole body has to be all the way past it.
And not automatically run with the football. How about that lesson
if any part of your body is still behind the line of scrimmage, you're considered behind the line of scrimmage, which, whatever.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the
it
way
looked like
down
he was going to
inside
run it.
the 40 now for 1st and 10.
1st and 10. Hand off to Pollard. Ooh, nice stuff there. Savage made a tackle? I don't believe that. It's a video game. I don't believe it.
Might have been open there. Was closed pretty quickly. That was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage.
No word from Clark, Reed, or Lowry in the last 5 weeks.
Here's 2nd and 8.
Oh, picked off Preston Smith in coverage. Wow. Wow. They do come in bunches. And I was just making fun of having Preston Smith in coverage, and he gets there on the zone. Right, see, that's where the zones can work. When, you know, they're trying to throw it into the zones, but there's too many people, and the quarterback doesn't read that linebacker dropped back. He thought he was pressuring, and he thought he'd be open, and he throws it, but that's huge. That is huge. 3 of them. Let's go. Yeah, losing to the turnover battle 3-1 and still having a chance to win the game. Well, oh, there you go, Watkins. Nice. That you need to cut out way outside, get to the boundary, and just try to skirt up the sideline. But nice play though. Yeah, see if he can get all. Yeah, see if he could have got outside more, he'd be one-on-one with that corner, and he could just make one move, and he would have been gone. It's all right though. Yards pretty much identical, 181 to 174. Packers. Oh, nice cut. Oh, nice cut. Oh, man. Too much juking around. If you would have just, after that first juke, if you would have just hit it to the boundary, he would have gained an extra 20 yards. But then he tried to juke back inside, and then he almost fumbled that. He got popped. 2nd and 3. Everything in the playbook's available here. Just quick throw. Ooh. I thought he overthrew his guy, which was the inside slant to Watkins, but he was throwing it to the outside slant to Watson. Nice catch for Christian Watson there. He should be good to go. He avoided that concussion, like I said, and we just need him to start stepping up more, kind of like Dallas has been. Until he got hurt. Here we go, Rodgers, 1st and 10. Inside zone. Oh, get outside zone. There you go. Juke him. Nice, 1st down. Oh, 2nd and inches, but Parsons chases you down from the back. That's what you got to be careful of. But yeah, he definitely had a nice run there. Got outside quick. But the wide receivers, nice. 2nd and inches. Here you go. This is where you take a deep shot. But yeah, they're playing too high, so just run the ball. There you go. Get the 1st down. And they're playing too high safety, so I mean, it's a small box, so you can run into it. Get the 1st down. Keep the drive alive. But now we're in the crucial zone. I won't call it the red zone. It's the emergency zone because Rodgers keeps screwing up down here. He's got some blocking. Rodgers is going to run. He asked for a block there. Oh, Watkins blocks. Oh, my goodness. 4 rushes, 40 yards for Rodgers. He's actually using his legs more. 114 rushing yards from the Packers here. Got out of bounds. 1st and goal at the 5-yard line. Look at this block right there. Jeez, that was nice. Oh, that wasn't Watkins. Who was that on the outside? Was that Aaron Jones? I saw dread, so I thought it was Watkins. So it must have been Aaron Jones. I'll have to go back and look at that play. It's the end of the 3rd quarter. Yeah, I think it was Jones on the outside there. Wow. 10-10. Packers were down, and now they're tied, about to take the lead here. This is huge. 1st and goal at the 5, but we all have seen this before against the Giants. You'd think they would have learned their lesson after that Giants game when it was 3rd and 4th and they passed it both times and they lost. You know, now 2 more interceptions in the red zone. Again, it's just, here we go, inside zone. He's got it. Oh, he got it, touchdown. That's how you do it. Run the football, run the football, run the football. But you have to run it in a way that is going to put your guys in position to actually do something. They kept running Dylan right into the teeth of the defense and tackled. And yes, the Lions used 6 defensive linemen at the goal line. Well, that means there's only 5 guys that can maybe outrun Aaron Jones, and then probably 3 of them are linebackers, so there's really only 2 guys that could outrun Aaron Jones. So you do a fake inside give to Dillon, and then you toss it out to Jones and let him try to race to the pylon. You do that 4 times, I guarantee he's going to get there at least one of the 4. And that's all you need is one of the 4. And it might not be the first time, but it'd probably be the second or the third. But to do what they do down there, they just try to get too cute. I don't get it. And Josh Myers, you know, they drafted him 1 spot before Creed Humphreys, the Chiefs center, and now he is pretty much graded the #1 center in football. So I always kind of think about that, like, well, we could have had him. We drafted, you know, Elkin Jenkins. We could have had DK Metcalf. We drafted, you know, AJ Dillon. We could have had AJ Brown, I mean. And then, yeah, we drafted we could have had Deebo Samuel, and we got like Savage and then Jordan Love. If we could have traded up and got Justin Jefferson. We traded up to 26 for Love. We could have traded up to 22 and got Jefferson. Just a lot of things like that, you know what I mean? And it's all woulda, coulda, shoulda. You never know, but AJ Brown was a beast. DK Metcalf was a beast. It's like they just went with offensive linemen and running backs and defense, and that's how you created your team. Nice break up there, Douglas. That's how you created your team, with defensive players, running backs, and offensive linemen. That's how you created your team. You didn't go for receivers. You drafted, you know, Jamon Moore, whatever his name is, out of Missouri a few years ago when you got MVS, and it's like, well, then you go for Amari Rodgers in the 3rd round. It's just, oof. You got CeeDee Lamb, jeez. So you created your team, Goody, around running the ball, playing good defense, having a solid offensive line. You let Devontae go, you let MVS go. I keep saying the same thing, but it's just so frustrating. So frustrating. Especially when you look back at who was available after some of that. Like I said, AJ Brown and DK Metcalf and Deebo Samuel. It's tough. It's tough. Terry McLaurin. It's tough. Even like Elijah Moore and Rondale Moore, and they were all available too. Oh, nice route there by Noah Brown. Got inside of Jair. All right, here we go. Enough talking about Packers sucking. Let's see if we can just go 1-0 this week. Beat the Cowboys. Everybody's gonna say we're not gonna win. We're not favored. I'm sure the Cowboys are favored on the road in Lambeau, which who would ever have thought that would happen, especially with don't drop the Mike McCarthy as the head coach now of the Cowboys. But definitely going to be a good test. It's either going to expose us or we're going to, you know, step up to the challenge. Oh, Tony Pollard. Ooh, nice tackle. Ooh, nice. Campbell got there first, and then Jair cleaned it up. It's a 3:25 game too, so as you can see, it's starting to get dark out at Lambeau, which will be neat because it does get dark earlier now. And
2nd and 8.
And then we have primetime Thursday night game against the Titans. Then we have a primetime Sunday night game against the Eagles. So the next 3 weeks are really going to show the Packers and the staff and the players and the coaches and the fans what this team is made of and what these players are made of. They're going to get exposed in front of the world on national TV, or they're going to step up to the challenge. Because, you know, the 3:25 Dallas, this is the game of the week, pretty much, I'm thinking. And so everybody's going to be watching that one. And then, obviously, Thursday night game, everybody's going to be watching that one. Derrick Henry, Malik Willis, they almost just beat the Chiefs. They got a winning record, and then the Eagles undefeated. Who knows if they'll be undefeated still. They have the Commanders on Sunday Night Football next week, but that's a Sunday night game too. Oh, and jet sweep. They call that an end around. And so yeah, so the Eagles, that's Sunday night too. So basically 3, like, you know, the next one, the Cowboys game is not technically prime time, but it's the game of the week. So, but shouldn't be the game of the week. Maybe they'll make something else the game of the week, because Cowboys are 6-2, Packers are 3-6. Not really a fair matchup. Especially the Packers just lost to the worst team in the league according to their record. Texans were like 1-6-1 or whatever, or 1-5-1 before they lost, and we're 1-6-1. Dallas, oh, come on, Nagbar. Oh, he got off them. That's a big play by the rookie. He had to cover him until the last second, and then broke off at the last second and got the tackle at the 1. That is a huge stop right there if they can hold him here. Jeez. All right. Tony Pollard. Gonna be a run.
Now here's Pollard, and he'll take it.
Offensive line pushed that Packers defensive line about 4 yards back into the end zone. Pancakes. Gotta laugh on loss Monday. We haven't had a victory Monday since October 3rd. The week of going to London. That's crazy. It seems like so long ago. But that London trip, you know, they're still jet lagged or whatever after that. Ay. Just getting exposed, and that's, you know, we'll see what happens though. 8 plays, 73-yard drive for the Cowboys there to tie it.
So that drive takes him down the field.
Here we go, 4:16 left in the game. 17 all. Rodgers will get the ball here. 4-minute drill. We all remember all these close games with the Cowboys. It's always been a crazy close game with the Cowboys. We remember the he went to Jared caught it catch, you know, on the sidelines, and then the Mason crossbar. He the kick like went like this and then somehow snuck back and made it. So I don't know, but they won. So, and then the year Dallas was that the year Dallas was 13-3. Come on, Nixon. Oof. Parsons on special teams. Whoa. I didn't know he played special teams. I don't think he does. But I'm sure they'd put him out there if there was a clutch moment where they needed to get a stop. Packers are playing some starters on their special teams. I saw Amos on kickoff coverage and stuff like that. So, you know, they played pretty good. That first kick by Crosby, I don't understand that. It like went off the side of his foot. They got the return to the 40-yard line on the first possession of the game. It's like, just kick it out of the back of the end zone for a touchback every time. Don't allow him to return it. You can't get guys hurt then if there's no return. And Rodgers, he's got time. Oh my gosh. Almost picked. Rodgers has 121 yards and 2 touchdowns, and somehow there's 2 interceptions. No touchdowns. 121 yards and no touchdowns and 2 interceptions. And that was almost picked by Trayvon Diggs, trying to force it into Sammy Watkins, who had like this much separation where you can't even see the space because there is none. Oh my goodness. Not as nerve-wracking as an actual Packer game, but I still get excited and amped for these just because I want to see him win. It's the only time I ever see him win anymore. Oh, Jones was going to break that tackle. Jones 16 for 69 yards and 2 touchdowns. He's basically been the offense. Oh, shoot. Shoot, I knocked the camera down. Oh, funny. Oh, funny. Not as funny if I can't get it back up. Too funny.
This is 3rd and 7.
Hilarious. Hilarious. You guys didn't mess up what you guys are watching. Oh, he caught it! Oh my gosh, on 3rd and 7! Wow. Wow, so if you remember at the end of the third quarter, and then that one, the 29-yarder to Tanyan. That's crazy. That's crazy. That's funny, knocked my camera down. I got excited to hit my cord. I gotta kind of chill out, but that's hilarious. But yeah, it doesn't mess up you guys watching the actual gameplay. It'll be funny to see me in the corner fall.
Cowboy territory now. Here's first and 10
hilarious.
At the 43. Here's Rodgers to throw.
Oh, nice one, crosser. The slant route to Watkins.
32-yard line. Right there, he rose to the occasion late in a
Rodgers calming everybody down. Under 3 minutes to go here. They're in field goal range.
Because in these types of situations,
I formation. A.J. Dillon's in the game. 2 tight ends to the right side. Lazard one-on-one on the left. Lewis in motion. Now they're probably running left, aren't they? Okay, yep. Right behind Lewis. Oh, Dillon. Oh, look at that run by Dillon. That is a big run. His first carry of the game, gets 12 yards. That's huge. That is huge. Aaron Jones wears him out, and then you use Dillon to ram it down their throat, and that's what the formula should be. Get Aaron Jones out there in the first corner and just start tossing it to him and getting him outside on the edge and just get these linemen chasing him. And then in the second quarter, you can bring Dillon in and let him kind of, mix him and Jones together. Maybe Kylan Hill too, but use them all. And then in the third, you go back to Aaron Jones again, kind of get him. Oh, what was that? Get him kind of getting those guys chasing after him again. And then in that end of the, midway through the third, at the end of the third, into the fourth, you bring Dillon in again and have him start ramming it down their throat and wearing them out. They wore Dillon out early. He didn't get anything going, and I know Jones got hurt and ended up going out, so they had to use Dillon. But there's a formula for this stuff, and the way that they're built, they just have to use this formula. Oh, nice catch. Tanyan down to the 3-4 yard line right before the 2-minute warning. Oof. Look at that. Lambeau Field's going crazy. Down to the 4, 306 total yards, first and goal. 4 catches, 62 yards for Tanyan. Can we get in the end zone though? No picks here. Oh my gosh, it's so nerve-wracking. Out of the shotgun, of course. Of course. Why would you do anything else? It's a run play though, hopefully. I think he's... Oh. There you go, inside zone. Oof. Trying to get Jones his third touchdown. 14 rushes, 70 yards. Remember, when he was up over 15 carries a game, the Packers were 20-0 until the Bills game. Now they're 20-1, but I still like the idea of getting Jones the ball 15 times on the ground because 20-1 is still pretty good. But you can't be down 27 or 24-7 when you start giving them all those carries. You got to start it early and not allow yourself to get down that much. There we go, another one. I form for Jones. He got there. That's 3 touchdowns for Aaron Jones. Remember when he had 4 against the Cowboys in Dallas a couple years ago? That's crazy, and hopefully he's good to go. He should be good to go. Big Kenny Clark. That's crazy. I form. He got hit at the 2 and was able to cross. Let's watch it from this angle. Yeah, he's stretching, and that's a sketcy area to stretch it out like that, but those guys, they're so big and strong, and their hands are so strong. Like, you saw Mahomes running it, like, he holds it like a loaf of bread. Like, it's so crazy. It's like, geez, how you're, like, tripping over guys and still holding it like this, but you got a strong grip, you got big hands, I guess. So here we go, 24-17. Packers lead, 1:34. Don't drop the Mike McCarthy. He's going to try to get Dak Prescott in position to tie this game. Pretty crazy. Wow. What a comeback, huh? I mean, they weren't down by too much, but they just kept getting back in it. All those interceptions, 3 picks for Dak Prescott. Rodgers, 2 picks, no touchdowns, but Aaron Jones, 3 touchdowns, and he does have 15 carries now.
Take it in at the 3.
Good tackle there, Quay Walker, baby, yeah. Here we go. Can the defense get one more stop? I mean, the defense hasn't really been in a position like this. CeeDee Lamb, 5 catches, 106. I mean, against Tampa, they held, didn't allow Tom Brady to get the 2-point conversion, so they did do their job. And then against the Patriots, you know, they stopped the Patriots, who had 1st and 10 at the 50 in overtime and couldn't get anything going and had a punt. And the Packers were able to drive down and kick the game-winning field goal. So when they are put in that position, they're great, but it's just, it seems like they've been out on the field for so long and are so exhausted in the second half because the offense can't do anything. Oh my gosh.
Going down the middle, and it's complete. 20. Touchdown, Cowboys.
One play to Tony Pollard, and he is that fast. And if you don't cover him, wow. Wow.
Well, the hard part's done. Now they just need to split the post.
Wow, they had Campbell and Pollard. No safety help over the top. Safeties came down. I'm going to have to watch that play. That's crazy.
You don't give your defense a chance at all.
Plus, it's been a good game. I want to see overtime. I'm selfish.
Wow.
You don't have a flight to catch.
Tomorrow. Mar now to have the
I thought they were going to... They were talking about going for 2. I thought it was going to... One play, 73 yards in 9 seconds, and I just got done saying how the defense has been able to, to hold. Wow. And he's showing Campbell what happened. He's like, dude, there's no safety help, man. I was playing zone. We're playing zone. Why isn't there anybody over the top? All you got to do is not give up the big play. You give up a 73-yarder to the running back. What a call. Wow. That's hilarious. But what a game so far. This is pretty crazy. Pretty crazy. All right, Nixon. Let's get a drive. Rodgers, you have time. Minute 21, 3 timeouts.
Nothing separating these
some redemption from last week against the Lions. Let's go. Come on, Nixon. Come on, Nixon. Oh, can't even get out to the 25. Oh, just barely the 25. I don't understand why a lot of times they don't just let it go over their heads and go touchback, because if you're not going to get out to the 20, just don't even try it. The 40 would be a 57-yarder for Crosby, and he's not making a 57-yarder at his age. I feel comfortable at about 51 at the most with Crosby. 54 is pushing it, 53, maybe 52. 52 maybe, but I'd rather have it be inside the 50-yard line. Well, inside the 50-yard field goal. So that puts us at like the 30, what, 3? Jeez, 33. I don't know about. That's pretty far. No huddle here. You have all your timeouts. Let's go, guys. Come on, Rodgers. Nice throw, Aaron Jones. Nice. Nice. Let's go. Hurry up, 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 hurry up. Oh, Crosby's practicing kicking. Come on. Come on. Why aren't you calling timeout? Why aren't you calling timeout?
First down now, but
that's kind of a long... That took a long time, you guys.
Rodgers to throw.
Rodgers, roll out, run.
Out to his left.
Run. 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 Whoa. Whoa. 60 yards rushing for Rodgers. Oh, I messed up the camera again. Wow. Funny, I keep hitting the cord. I never do that. I just keep getting so excited. Hilarious.
And he drove them into range for a game-winning field goal with that play. What an opportunity they've been presented to come through.
And I can't even see where my camera is either, so hopefully it's on, but hopefully it's not aimed at a weird thing, a weird spot. But whatever. This is the gameplay is what matters. Oh, Rodgers. Oh, my gosh. Why would you run that play? Jeez. QB keeper. They're at the 37. I need 4 more yards, you guys. I need 4 more yards, and I feel comfortable. Right now, it's what, a 54-yarder? Oh my goodness. Right where I said I don't want to be. Just give it to Jones. Get a couple yards here. There you go, Jones. Oh, come on, Jones. Get a couple yards. Oh. Folded like a lawn chair by Parsons. Oh, man, this is crazy. This is nuts. Don't forget to like this video, you guys. This is crazy. I love these Madden 23 simulations. Do them every week. Week 10, Packers Cowboys. This is a classic already. Come on. Come on, Jones. There you go. To the 36, though. Timeout. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. Let's go, pancakes. Don't forget highlights after the game. We're going to watch a few of them for sure after this one.
So the game here hangs on the right foot of Mason Crosby. This will be from 53 for the win.
53. So we're right in between where I said is probably his too far and right where I'd prefer to be under 52. Right outside at 53, which honestly I think he can get it depending on the wind here. But I won't be able to see the wind. Rodgers is out there telling everybody, but he wouldn't really be doing that. He'd be on the sideline.
And now this game's going to come down to the right leg of their kicker. He made his only attempt earlier. This for the win.
He's got it.
And in his 15th
He's got it. What a win.
It's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead.
That's crazy. 1 second left, though. The Packers called timeout too early. But that's basically the game. Wow.
Field goal in closing seconds, pressure situation. There's something to be said for having a veteran kicker trot out there.
Wow.
It's so nice to have someone you can rely on.
The wind must not be nuts in Lambeau, or it must have been at his back. What a game that was. Wow. Crazy. I can't wait to watch the highlights here.
After the made field goal, now Crosby will do the kickoff duty.
Pretty cool. Yep, it's over. Just gotta tackle him. Oh man. Oh.
Dangerous return man showing it here.
Wow. And the Packers pull out the victory. Wow.
For magic on the other side, but couldn't get that spark.
Fun if you won, and fun for us because we got to watch it.
That's so cool.
That magic that
What a game that was.
didn't occur at the end.
Gives me hope they can. I thought the Cowboys were gonna blow this game out, even in the simulation, just because I didn't have. Look at that, 17 points in the fourth, to 14 in the fourth. Packers finally step up. Wow. Aaron Jones, 3 touchdowns on the ground. Aaron Rodgers, 60 yards rushing. Tony Pollard, over 150 yards total, I think.
So that'll do it for us.
And what a game.
And all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaunt. You've been watching.
Well, maybe not 100. He had a 73-yard reception, but
the Packers are winners.
maybe it was like right around 150.
So long from Lambeau.
Wow. Still, big game for both the running backs. Look at that. Rodgers, 195, no touchdown, 68% completion. Pretty crazy. Let's see these now. So, first quarter, not much happened. Second quarter, ooh. The interception for Jair. He tries him, and then Jair beats the guy. Oh, man, that was crazy. That's a good one, huh? Boom. Flips over the guy. Amos was there too. Kind of, they both take out Noah Brown. That was pretty nuts. And then this one, Prescott tries to get underneath. He didn't see the linebacker. But then Rodgers, he tries. Oh, Tanyan came out of his break a little late. Van Der Esch was underneath it and just bomber. I mean, that was back and forth. It was, yeah, this touchdown. But then it was Van Der Esch and then Campbell and then Van Der Esch, Campbell. It was back and forth, 4 of them back and that's nuts. And then Rodgers tries to hit Lazard. Wow. So what was it? Yeah, okay. So it starts with the touchdown, and then Packers have it. Van Der Esch picks it. Then Campbell picks it. And then Anthony Brown picked it right on the next play. And then Jair picks it a few plays later. That's crazy. 4 interceptions in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 plays. That's nuts. That is crazy. Packers were down 3-10 at halftime. 3-10. And they come out in the second half. And they get a good drive. They had a really good drive. Oh, there's no play. Oh, nothing until the touchdown. So this is the first touchdown for Aaron Jones. Ties the game, or doesn't tie it. He makes it 7-3 or 7-10 here. No, the Packers had 3, so it did tie it. My bad. So it was 10-10 going into the fourth quarter, and here we go. We'll go through the whole thing. This is nuts. This is wild. So the first play of the fourth quarter, Packers had driven it down the field at the end of the third, and Aaron Jones, wow, look at that. He's like, cutting this way. Then he stumbles over his guy, and then DeMarcus Lawrence takes him in. So the Packers took the lead there, made it 17-10. Then Dallas drives down the field. Oh, no play. Yeah, they don't have any of those. But yeah, this is another Tony Pollard touchdown right in the middle. So now it's 17-all. And this is huge. 3rd and 7 here. From their own territory. It's a gotta have it play. And look at, he throws it to Tanyan here. Who was, I mean, he's going deep. And then he starts coming back and he throws it, and Tanyan chases it down. That's a heck of a play. That's a heck of a play. Rodgers could have scrambled, and he just throws it on the run, running left, and throws it. Wow. That's a heck of a play. And then 2nd and goal after another nice drive. And this is Aaron Jones' 3rd touchdown of the game to make it 24-17. And that was with 1:36 in the game. That's under the 2-minute warning. Packers totally feel like they're in it, like they're gonna win it. They get the kickoff to the 35-yard line. A nice kickoff by Turpentine. And then the first play. 1st and 10. Oh, they don't even have the whole thing because it was such a long play. They start you here. So you don't even get to see what happened. All you do is see is Campbell is burned and there's no safeties. We got Savage. Oh, what am I doing? Sorry, guys. Where was Savage anyway? Oh, he's over there covering CD. And so Amos is there, and you have Tariq Carpenter up here trying to help double cover and right down the middle of the field. And Pollard's not going to get caught from behind. He's just not going to get caught from behind. He is fast-assed. You got 5 Packers chasing him down. So that ties it up. Maher makes the field goal or the extra point, and now this is it. Final drive. First, they get out to the kickoff at the 35. They get 22 yards to the 22. And then 1st and 10 at the 25. Oh, they don't show. Rodgers, this is 1st and 10. Rodgers 20-yard rush. They don't show it. Bummer. That sucks. That really is a bummer because this drive was nuts. I mean, they got it at the 22 or whatever. I think they right at the 25, I think. Yeah, it's the 25. So 1st and 10, 6 yards to Lazard. 2nd and 4, 12 yards to Jones. And then 1st and 10 from the 42, and Rodgers gets a 20-yard rush with 21 seconds left, no yards, -1 yards, 2 yards. So after that big gain, getting them down to the 38-yard line of Dallas, they couldn't move the ball much. -1 yards and then 2 yards gets them to the 36, which makes it a 53-yard field goal to win the game for Mason Crosby. And he made it by quite a bit. That would have been good from probably another 5 yards, so 59. Crazy. Look at the fans. Oh, that's nuts. They all stand up. They're all sitting. And then they all stand up to watch, and then it goes in, and they all go crazy. Wow. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. That was a heck of a game. Another great one. Quarterbacks, wow. Rating for Dak, 88.5. Rodgers, 2 picks, no touchdowns, 68% completion, 195, a QB rating of 58. Another horrible week. But Aaron Jones, 17 carries, 74 yards, 3 touchdowns, a 4.3 average. Tony Pollard, 13 with 54 yards, 2 touchdowns. But Aaron Rodgers on the ground, 6 carries, 60 yards, 10-yard average, which is the first down on every single carry, which is pretty good. And then a 20-yard run, which is the longest of the day by anybody. And then receiving, CeeDee Lamb hit 106 yards, Tony Pollard 78. So what do you have combined? Oh, 130, 142. So not crazy, but almost 150. Allen Lazard 6 for 76. Tanyan 4 for 62. Oh, Watkins caught more than 1 pass. He got 3 for 36. Can't believe he was the 4th pick in the draft. He just doesn't play like one. And then, yeah, defense, tackle for loss. Clark was in there, sacks. Parsons got a sack. Quay Walker got a sack. Interceptions, though. Preston Smith got that interception, which is crazy. Leighton Vander Esch, Anthony Brown, Jair Alexander, Devondre Campbell. Wow. I don't think I showed us the Preston Smith interception. When was that one? Because I know that was a big one. With all these other ones going back and forth. Yeah, that's crazy though. These ones, Vander Esch, Campbell, Brown, Alexander, 4 interceptions in 6 plays. So here was Preston Smith. And this is huge because Cowboys are driving here. You know, they're in field goal range basically. You got Preston Smith on the outside against Tony Pollard, which we saw him against Amon-Ra St. Brown this Sunday. And he tries because Preston Smith got in front of Pollard's face and was playing zone, Dak was trying to throw it in behind him to Gallup, and Douglas was playing way off, playing zone, of course. And Preston Smith just underneath it. It's just like he didn't even see him there. Or he thought for some reason he could throw it in behind him. And Smith just makes a heck of a play. Heck of a play. That's awesome. Alright guys, thank you for watching. That was super fun. That was super exciting. Don't forget to like this video for sure. Packers need to win against the Cowboys on Sunday. It is a must win, just like it's been a must win for the last 4 weeks. But in order to keep the season alive, the Packers have to win against the Cowboys on Sunday afternoon. So thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like the video. Peace out again. Go Pack Go. Go Pack Go. I'm always a diehard Packer fan. I'm never going to give up on my team ever, ever, ever. But it's just hard to watch some of those things, and you know, I think I make a lot of good points about a lot of the things that they're doing wrong and some of the coaching issues. So it's just like, if I know kind of how to fix it, it's like, why aren't they able to figure it out? And that's really what bothers me the most. But alright guys, thanks again. Peace out. Go Pack Go.